hurry. Pa JY's here, and he's ready to make the trip to Makaite.
Great. I'll be home late. You know, it's 16 miles and the road is really bad, even for dry season. Come on, JY, let's go. As we traveled the dusty and bumpy road at 10 miles per hour, I was reminded of the reason for our trip to this village. Like many other villages, Makaite is isolated and hard to reach. About 20 years ago, an attempt was made to start a Wesleyan church there. A small structure for worship was built, but interest soon died out, and the church was forgotten.
Like so many villages in Sierra Leone, the people living there are dominated by the fear of devils and seek to protect themselves through witchcraft and sorcery. Such was the case in Makaite. Until a month ago, when a man came to Pa JY, our district superintendent, begging that the church be reopened. Could the district send a pastor? Could the church building be repaired?
Pa JY came to me and shared the needs in Makaite. He said, since no pastors are available, would the Bible school have a student willing to ride a bicycle the 16 miles every weekend to be their pastor? My answer was yes. We'll send a student. And so we fulfill the purpose of the school by reaching the unreached.
The Wesleyan Church of Sierra Leone has 130 organized churches, 40 daughter churches, and 100 preaching points. Often, the daughter churches and preaching points do not have full-time pastors. Many of these groups meet in houses or temporary structures made of palm leaves and sticks. Our purpose at Gbendembu Wesleyan Bible School is training pastors and pastors' wives for the Wesleyan Church of Sierra Leone. Since the reopening of the Bible School in 1987, there have been 27 men who have graduated and gone into full-time ministry. They have helped to plant 12 new churches in the last 3 years.
The students at Gbendembu Wesleyan Bible School come from 6 different tribes and represent different ways of life and languages. Living, playing, working, studying together, united in their desire to serve God. Our staff teaches and prepares these couples for dynamic ministry in the church, reaching the unreached. Moses Kamara, a final year student who is gifted in church planting, agreed to travel to Makaite every weekend. So, on weekdays, he studied at the Bible school with his classmates. On Saturday morning, he traveled to the village to meet with the people. In the evening, he visited and held Bible studies. Sunday, he led Sunday school and preached. The people responded. Soon, the small building that could comfortably hold 30 people was packed with 60. Baptism and membership classes began. On the day the church was formally organized, 53 people were baptized.
One was Yasampa. She was a well-known fortune teller who used stones to predict the future. God has talked to me, she testified. I'm leaving my witchcraft forever. At her baptismal, Yasampa threw her rocks and fortune-telling materials into the river as evidence of her sincerity. God used Moses to reach into the lives of the people of Makaite.
The church grew. A bigger building was needed. Moses encouraged the people to tithe and give themselves to God. Soon they had raised enough money to start construction and buy half of the materials needed for the roof. In February 1994, District Superintendent J.Y. Conte, myself, and a group of Sierra Leoneans assisted in laying the foundation for the new church building. It is more than twice the size of the old one. In March, a work team from Indiana Central helped raise the walls to window height. The team was so touched by the commitment of the church families that they contributed enough money to finish the roof. Today, the church in Makaite is strong. The building is finished, full of people, and the Word of God is being preached there. Now they are going to nearby villages, sharing the gospel, reaching the unreached.
Since 1986, our family has been a part of the ministry of Gbendembu Wesleyan Bible School. We've seen many changes. God has worked in the lives of the students, like Julius, Sam and Kariatu, Wilson, Andrew, Kadi and Sam. 5 new buildings have been added to the campus, and 12 new churches have been built.
I have really enjoyed the challenges of teaching and supervising students like Moses in their weekend ministries. To reach these villages, we often travel over treacherous roads. In some cases, there are no roads, so the students and I ride our bikes. We may even need to wade through a swamp or two.
It is a valuable opportunity to observe the students while they are preaching, to become acquainted with the needs of the village churches, and to encourage the student and the people.
Besides homeschooling our 3 children, Nancy is involved in teaching the students' wives in classes such as Bible survey, doctrine, and public speaking. This is a challenge, since the educational level of the women varies from no school background to high school graduates.
It is especially gratifying to watch the women grow in their spiritual lives and in their leadership skills.
For the past 60 years, a classroom built by Dr. Charles Carter has served as the center of life and activity of the Bible School. Now we have moved to a new campus site. Here we have built 2 new dorms, a staff house, and classroom. We have just completed a new library with over 4,000 volumes and room for more.
2 work teams have played a key role in the most recent building projects. In 1991, a group from Wisconsin and California helped to build a 3-unit classroom building. This year, the Indiana Central work team helped complete the library and began work on the new dormitory. Work has also begun on the Birch Memorial Chapel.
Many of you have been instrumental in our ministry. You have prayed for us. Your prayers have been answered because now people like Yasampa and villages like Makaite have heard and responded to the gospel. You have supported us financially. Your gifts allow us to serve in Sierra Leone, working with the men and women at Gbendembu Wesleyan Bible School, helping us meet the pastoral needs of a growing church.
You have sent us people from your churches for short-term ministry. What an encouragement these folks are to us and the Sierra Leoneans. Their willingness to work and the friendships developed leave a lasting impression on all of us. They helped provide new learning facilities for the 27 graduates and current student body. They play a vital part in reaching the unreached.
As we reflect back on the past few years, and as we look ahead to the future, the goals of Gbendembu Wesleyan Bible School remain the same: to train men and women to communicate the gospel of Jesus Christ to the people of Sierra Leone, reaching the unreached.